And all those three pillars, whatever we have done till now, were like too much important. Okay, like any day-to-day activity or whenever you are going for any creation of framework, even this one, I'm not saying encapsulation will not be that much needed, but something like the priorities, the inheritance you'd be using the most probably inheritance and polymorphism. And with the usefulness, the abstraction will come second and the encapsulation will go third. So what is encapsulation? So the name says capsule, right? So whenever we have any particular any problem, or we are not keeping up with good health, then we'll have some tablets or capsules. So when you have multiple combinations in a tablet, if you have noticed, then mostly they create a capsule which will have the small medicines inside it. That means I'm keeping up all the datas encapsulated, means all the things are together and delivered at the same point. Like I'm delivering you the capsule, with that capsule I'm delivering you all the different types of combination of medicines and all. That's what encapsulation is. That the collecting the data, providing the data, all these things would be happening in the same class. So here for an Java, so when we want to do encapsulation, this encapsulation will happen through a class only. Okay, that means whatever the data I want to provide, whatever the data I want to get, everything would be provided or everything would be operated through a class. Now for the encapsulation, the general practice, one second, I'll share my screen. The general practice is that we use get and set methods. What is get methods and what is set methods? So as I said, so in encapsulation means like I would be creating a capsule which would be having all the datas inside it. Data is inside, and also due to the protection also, like it not be open to others, it not be changeable by others, this type of things. That's why we do this. Okay, encapsulation is achieved to not only hide the data from the user but also protect it, so that user cannot change the data, user cannot do anything with this type of functionalities. This is a secure functionality I want to do. So that's what is thing, and I would be giving user it as a whole. Boss, you want to do it, give something, in return you will get something. So for encapsulation, the best practice or industry practice is to use the get methods, get and set, get and set methods. So we know methods, what is the get method specialty and what is the set method specialty. They're nothing, they're just the name. Okay, so like I want to uh I like previously we used to have the name, right? Public void name, this is my method name. Okay, now we will be saying like public void get name, the same name, get name. And another method would be public void set name. So why this set and get are like that much highly valued here? Set name is something where you would be taking user input, and get name is something where the user needs, he can, or he or she or whoever the programmer is, they can call it back. Okay, they would be providing all the data, the set would be created, and with that, they can fetch the data or they can call back the data. They don't have to give it again and again. That's the one of the things. Like I'm giving my language of choice English, I'm giving my ATM pin, I'm giving my money, I'm giving my account number, how much money I need, all the things I'm giving. At the last I'll be getting the cash. That means I'll be providing all the things, and with the help of set methods, and get method will return me something. Okay, that's the basic practice. Okay, I'm not saying ki there cannot be any other method name without the get and set, but usually when we see a class with having only the get and set type of methods, we say it's encapsulated, and it has some characteristics, as I said, right? So get and set methods will have all the entities mostly as private. Okay, like all the variables would be private, all the variables would be private, so that no one can check the variable or change the value of the variables. We'll just keep two methods open, like one is public set method, so that we can take everything from the user, and one is public get method, so that we can provide the user whatever need. Everything else would be private, nothing we would provide to the user, so that user cannot access anything, user cannot change anything. As I said, right, I want to protect the inside code, so everything I'll be keeping as private. So how can we think of it? So just suppose, let's go to Eclipse.
Amitabh, can you please repeat this private variables and all? I'm not understanding.
Yeah. So what is happening? Just suppose I want to do encapsulation. As I said, encapsulation means that I want to provide, like I want to get the data, and like I'll be taking the data from the user. Like the users, like user one is providing these two data, user one, and these two data are provided by user two. All the data has been taken. Then all this provided data would be taken care and would be provided to another user, user three as a whole. Okay. So that's what. So whatever the data I have taken from different users, I don't want anyone else, even for the user 3 or even for user 2, to change those data, right? It would be always safe. I want to keep them safe. Same for whatever the data the user 2 has provided. I don't want anyone else to like has the authority to change the code itself inside it. So encapsulation means whatever the data I am providing, I'll be encapsulating them. Encapsulation means like putting them together in a single entity, and then I'll be giving them back with another entity that would be here user 3. So that's why we use get methods and set methods. So these would be the get methods where we are getting the data. Sorry, this would be the set
Means set
methods.
method should be private, right?
No, no,
And get
everyone,
method should be public.
no, no, no. All these methods would be, that's what I'm saying. What, see, I want to take something from user. So I have to give user that access to that method, right? Set method. If I don't give access to him, how he will provide the data? So he will provide the data through a public method. Even someone will get the data through a public method, but these data are getting saved through a variable, correct? Maybe I'll be saving the variable as value, as amount, as pin code. So this type of variables, whatever I would be initializing in the class, or even all other methods, like there can be any other method also. So but this get and set methods, I would keep them private. Okay, let me think how can I explain this. Okay, think of ATM machine. Okay. So
Amitabh,
in
you
an,
are saying that we want to keep the methods as public and variables as, I mean, private.
Private. Yeah.
yes,
Private,
yes,
declare
Variables
the
must be
variables as
private.
private.
yes. That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say
Yeah,
is
we
there is
have
a
to
class.
declare the.
We have a class. Okay. So class is working as ATM machine. Okay. Now you have few variables. What are the variables you need? The variables means it would be changing time to time or user to user, right? So I have the pin, I have the amount, I have the language preference, and I may have this thing only, okay, or savings current this. So these are the four variables, and now I have few other methods. One method is there, method one, which would be taking the data, okay, like taking all inputs, forget about get and set, okay, taking all inputs from user. This is a method. Then I have method m2, which will be processing the language, then it will be processing my savings account. I have m3, which will be processing my pin code, verify it, and then return the amount. Okay. And there is M4, which is but practically giving me the money, sending cash, sending cash. So among these all methods and the variables, these things I want to keep it private so that no one can interfere with it. Correct? So no other
Okay.
class or no other user can interfere with it. Whatever this user is giving, all these values on these variables would be saved, and these variables are private to that user. Okay. Then this M1, if I don't make this public, the users can't put the data, right? Users have to put the data. Users have to input it. So they have to call this M1 method and they have to put all these data, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
Amitabh. Yeah, understood.
Now, now this M2 and M3 are not needed for the users to be open, correct? Then again, I can make it private. I don't want them to publish out. I don't want anyone to change them. I don't want anyone to have authority to change the code or to change the like the processing, how the process is happening. Nothing. Again, this M4 I want user to access so that they can get the output, correct? So encapsulation is a class where We want to keep everything private out of users reach. In abstraction, we are trying to keep it hidden so that user can't even see, user can't even know how things are happening. In encapsulation, it's visible that something is happening, but user can't access it because it's private. It's a property of bank. It's something like in the ATM door where the cash is getting, people put the cash that is locked with a lock. That is something we know the money is there, but we can't do anything about it. And we will just open those things up what user needs. Like they have opened up the ATM screen that guys, put your all your inputs here, the same one, and they have put another thing for the user, that is where from the cash get dispensed, the cash dispenser. They have make it public. Boss, you can put your hand there, the cash will come out to you. That's it.
Yes, Amita. And thank you.
Everyone got it a little what is happening?
Yes, Namita. Yeah.
Yes, Samita.
So
Yes.
encapsulation is something where one particular entity would be holding up everything. We try to, the target is to keep everything safe so that no one other can access it. But at least to take the input and give the output, we need two methods, or maybe more method to get the input, maybe more method to get the output. It's not only numerically two, but the thing is to take input and output methods needs to be public, or else things will not work, right? And we call this input and output methods of that class as get methods and set methods. Okay, set methods means where you are getting the properties to set up, you are setting up the things, you are getting the inputs and you are setting up things. And get means where you are getting the output. That's what I was talking about. Get and set methods would be public always. All other methods, all other variables can die and go as private, because I don't want anyone else to access them or to change the code base. Clear now?
Here, Amita, how we can give for method private? How we can access in another class? I'm not getting.
Yes,
Sorry.
that's what, like private methods would not be accessible. That's the
Yeah.
point.
So here we are
One
giving
second. What I'm
to
trying to say.
private and for method
Here the
also.
get method and set methods are, these are public, right?
Yes, yes,
No, no, these are public.
yes. But
Get
Private
and
is
set
only
method are
for
public.
variables.
Okay.
variables only we
Public
are
is only
giving
for
private.
sorry, private are only for variables, and private
Yes,
is
yes,
only for
yes.
those methods which are actually.
Here some confusion, Amitabh. Here you mentioned for method M1, M2, M3 methods also private. Not all, only M2, M3 is private. Yeah.
What's happening? Hello, I'm audible.
Yes,
Yes,
Namita.
Yes,
Amitabh.
Samita.
Yes,
Yes,
Namita.
Samita.
Okay. uh like set method and get method should be public, but when some processing is happening inside it, we don't want to put them as a, you know, to open to the public. That's why I keep them private. Like the basic example would be the last one, the last day I opened one class for you guys. That is the one of the
If you want to
examples of
access, if
encapsulation.
you want to access in another class, so we have to mention public get and set, right, Amitabh?
No, public get you don't have to, right? You can just call the get method. I'll show you.
Okay.
Public is the access modifier for the parent class. Like where you are creating object, you can just call with the method name. One second, I'll show you. This was the class I shown you guys, right? Browser factory, if you remember, where we
Yes.
have done the
Private
uh,
constructor.
yes, private constructor. Yes, sorry, private constructor. So now here also you can see there are get methods and set methods. Can you see? Here we have set browser. Okay.
Yes.
So according to that, we are taking the parameter browser name. According to the browser behavior, we are changing the browsers. Okay. Whatever the browser I want to open. And at later, I should have a get browser. Yes, see, there is a method called get browser. And it will just directly give me the browser, whatever I want. So in the set browser, I'm taking user input, boss, which browser you want. And when people will got the get browser, they will get the browser open. Here also you can see get browser, can say get page, get browser. See, there are multiple gets here. Do you see that many sets? No, right? There is only one set method. Only one set method, that is set browser. Because the input is coming one way, but output is multiple. That's why we have multiple get methods.
Yes, sir.
And if you
Got
see
it.
actually, one second, I haven't done here, but mostly things comes private. Okay, here it is not because we use it throughout the framework, but okay, I'll show you one thing.
I have done, Amitabh. Can you explain? I mentioned private, public for all the methods. So
Sorry guys, I'm having a very bad network. It seems it's raining here, so might be cool. So I want to do a get and set. I'm just removing this abstract here. So there is a class practice. Okay. So now just suppose I want users to put all their inputs like name, roll number, and all these things together. And with a get method, I will be publishing them. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll say private, sorry, private string name. Then like that, I will have, okay, let's do one thing. If name, name, mobile number. Okay. So there are three variables which are private. Now I want one public void set name, set f name, set f name. So now what I'll say here, let's take a parameter. Okay, string f name, and I'll say that here is a keyword will come here, this. So what I have done here, I will explain this, don't worry. So there is a keyword called this. Okay, I know a few days back people were saying what is the this keyword and this keyword. So that's why I was not explaining then. So the thing is, this comes with mostly with encapsulation. Okay. So what is this? Can you tell me what is the function of this keyword?
at the local variable and name and class variable, if both
Current
are
class object.
Yeah,
To
we can
call
to avoid the
differentiate it.
ambiguity, we can give the this keyword.
And this refers to which one? The local one or
Class
the
Local
class
one.
variable.
Local one.
class variable.
Current class variable.
Class variable.
This class
No,
to
the
call
method.
is
okay,
equal to local variable.
correct.
This
So what
is
happens? This when there is an ambiguity of the same name of variables. So we use the this keyword. So it refers to the class level variable. Here it is instance variable. Okay. So it refers to the class level variable which will be allocating value for the local variable. Okay, right? So I'm getting a class level variable I'm referring to allocate the value with the local variable. This is the local variable, right? This is a parameter, is the parameter value.
Yes.
So this is a keyword. I'm saying again, I'll type again. This keyword helps to identify and allocate the value properly when there is a ambiguity of the same same variable name. That is the thing. Now, like this, I have one method of set name, right? So I can also call set name. So I'll call set last name. Here also, let's call it L name, L last name. and here we have the okay, so three set methods are there. Okay, all these three are public, no issues. Like this three would be happening, and that's why like I'm getting all the values. Just I'm getting from the user all the values. So now let's have a private method. It's not private. Let's first see the get method. Get info. This is my method. Now what I can do? Uh, I could have created object there only. Or no issues. I can't help now. So practice obj equal to new practice. Now obj now CISO dot and I can put out obj dot fname obj dot name dot number. Hmm. Now if I call the main method, just I'm executing directly in the main method. So what? Okay, let me do one thing. Let's not put here like
Amitabh, in 26 line, you created object, right? No need to create object, right?
yeah, yes. I can directly call this set method, right?
Yes, yes, Amitabh. Yes,
So
you have called directly the set method.
this no. Why call the set methods? 1 second.
Actually,
Tell me.
Amitabh, I mean, after creating the get methods there itself in the class itself, and then we can create an object in the main method, Amitabh. I have tried like
Second,
that.
I have created a set method. So once the set methods are set up, then I just need to put a
Uh,
get method, and in the main method I can create the object. Yes,
yes, yes.
yes. Correct. Thank you. So once I have to get method, just I have to take the set. That's it. I can just give a return. That would be easy, I think. String get info.
I mean, Amitabh, are you trying to print all in one method or all the variables
Yeah,
in
I
one
was
method?
trying, but right now I'm thinking to print only one actually. That's why I'm
Yeah,
going with the
actually,
return.
I read that
Actually,
for
Amitabh,
every variable there should
for
be
yes,
get and set
two
individual.
methods.
Two methods will be
If,
there,
if
correct?
if we are having a three variables, we will get a six methods, Amitabh. One for a
Yeah,
set and one for a get.
Correct.
Mm.
So if we just
Main
return, that
method.
would be the same, right? So get f
yeah,
name will return the f name, right?
right.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, Amitabh. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Even I have forgotten. And I can just then
I
get
mean,
the
the name
method.
of the method in 25th line should not matter. As I tried, Amitabh, but don't know.
Just I'm putting the same name just to like make it
Yeah,
easy.
I mean, even if it is not get f name or it is just f name
It
also,
doesn't matter. Yes, it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
okay.
Get and set just we say for the nomenclature that we are doing the get and set
Uh,
methods.
yes, I mean, at least we can understand what it is doing.
Yes. So, yeah, correct. Now we can create the object in the main method. We can go to
Right.
some other class also. That would be easy actually to make it understand. So in this class, we have created three variables which are private. Now we are taking inputs from the user for these three variables and are putting the value. And then we are calling all these three variables through a get method also. Again, back. Yeah, correct. Thank you. package class encapsulation practice. Let's have main method. Anyhow, I need it. Yeah. So here now I can create a object for this practice obj equals to new practice, and with the help of this now I'll call obj dot set first name. So it was taking string, right? So I'll put maybe Amitabh like that. I'll call the obj dot set last name. Yes. Obj dot set mobile number. So these are the set methods. Now I have put the set value. Okay. So what is happening till now? I think few people already understood, but for others, what is happening? So with the set methods, I'm taking the user input, right? So with the parameters are actually nothing, just helping me to create the user input data. So what I'm doing with this user input, whatever I have taken, and I'm assigning them with the global level variable so that I can call them back with the return in the get. So that's what I was saying, that with the set methods, I am taking all the user inputs, and with the with the get methods, I'll be calling them back. So if I need the inputs, then what I'll do, I'll just if I want to print in one line, maybe I can go ahead with the CISO and then obj dot get fname, then plus obj dot last name plus, okay, one second, obj dot mobile number. Yeah, and this single line will give me all the outputs all together as per the user input. So what is happening inside, I don't know, right? See,
Yep.
whatever is happening inside with this
Yes, Amita.
particular with this particular class, it's unknown to the user. Whatever the logic is happening inside, I can't access it. Even if any particular variable is operating behind them, the first name, last name, mobile number, right now none of the variables are achievable by this class, right? Only the set methods where the user would be putting the data, and only the get methods where user would be getting back their output as per the logic whatever has I have given here. If I would have given any logic here, particularly like CISO or some operations with some string class operation, then it would have been the different case. But nothing has happened there. So whatever I have given as a user, like these are my input. So at last it would be giving my outputs with the I'll be getting my outputs back with the get name. That's it. One second, guys. I'm coming back. Yeah. So tell me, any doubts on this encapsulation?
No, Amitabh. No.
No, Amita.
Okay. So you guys can
No,
practice, maybe
Yeah,
you guys can
also
put
we have an option by clicking on source, we can auto generate this set and get methods if we have too
second get
many methods.
methods. Yes. Yes.
Yes, we
so,
have tried like that, Amitabh. Actually, we have studied that concept, but we have tried like that. Uh,
Okay, you guys are going super fast, huh?
not like that, Amitabh. You
That's
will
good.
ask
If you guys are
questions.
I
understanding
No.
yourself, that's
no,
amazing.
Amitabh, I
You
didn't
will ask
auto
questions.
generate because I
yes,
No.
wanted to try how it
Yes,
is.
Amitabh.
yeah, actually it is, there is option, right? We tried Amita. First we
Yeah.
tried manual, then we choose the option.
I got it. I got it. Okay. So, as I said, like these are the four pillars of the OOPS. Okay. Once these are covered, you don't have to even worry like the coding, what is happening. At least if I give you the framework right now, you can see, okay, here the inheritance has happened, here the polymorphism has happened. I know it will not be easy, like to understand the full thing, but you can at least understand what is happening now. And anytime anything happens that you are not getting your output correct or object is not getting, blame the constructor. Okay. It is the culprit one every time, anything in Java.
Okay.
Now we have few things to discuss. That is something we have discussed before, and I was going through some documentation maybe. So I got a little bit clear idea. The rest is up to you. When you guys want, you guys can discover a little bit more. So we have discussed there are four type of variables, right? So one is local, static, instance, global, right? So when even I knew the same, okay. When I have studied or even till now, whatever the batches we have gone together or anything, I knew the same. These are the four ones. But right now, when I was going through, I saw some documentation which were saying that there is no such thing as global variable in Java.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Amita.
So they are saying anything with the class level access, which we are putting as global, which we are putting as a global, might not be a global variable. You can put it. I'm not saying you totally cancel out the concept of global variable, but there is a modification. That's what I'm trying you guys to understand. What is that? If we put, there are variables of two types. That is local, that is global. Okay. Don't think about static and instance right now. So there are local variables. It's very easy that local variables should be always inside a method, nothing else. And which global we are talking about, we can say like they are class level variables, right? They are at the class level.
Yes,
Whatever the
Amita.
variables we see at the class level, those are we are talking till now as global variable.
Static and non-static.
Now
Yeah, Amita.
on top of it, there is static variable and there is instance variable. Now instance variable, static variables would be always class level. We have seen that, right? Static variables can't ever be local variable because uh,
Yep.
static is something class loader gets at the first, so you can't put it in a method itself. So static variables are always a global or always a class level variable. Now coming to the instance variable. Instance
Non-static
variable,
level
y-
variable.
yes, instance variable. In a short definition, you may think, that's why I came to this, that instance variable, you may think that whatever the non-static class level variable are there are instance variable, correct?
Yes, Amita.
A-
Yes, Amita.
Along with it, it is possible instance variable can be local too. Instance variables can be local too. When you are creating an object in your method only and using that particular object for that method, object variables are also instance variable, right? That obj, a obj equals to new a, so obj is also instance variable. And if I initialize my object inside a method, that means I'm pulling up an instance variable inside a method too, and that obj would be local to that particular method. No other method can access that, right? So that's what I'm trying to tell you, that when we are talking about, whenever we are talking about like this is a variable. So even few minutes back I told you, right, whatever the strings we have initialized, they are string, first name string, last name string, mobile number, all were instance variable. They were at the class level, they were non-static, it's easy. Even they were actually giving instances. And so you can keep it in mind that global variable, these are called global variables because they are the class level, they are accessible by any room of the house, that's why they are global. But the term it might be better for you in the interview not to use it, okay? Because people may come chasing at you ki, why you are saying global, what is a global variable? Global variable term is okay in some other like pythons, you can use some javascript, you can use, but still better for Java, because they are defining the scopes very clearly. It's better to go ahead with local variable, instance variable, static variable. Clear, right?
Amita,
So,
Yeah,
can you
Amita.
repeat instance variable part? Actually, I'm not
Inst
getting those
Yeah,
things.
so static variable is clear, right? Static variable is something which is always class level, it will be always global, correct? Instance variable is some type of variable which can go local and global both. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. While reading the documentations, I'm getting echo. While reading the documentations, you might find that whatever the non-static variables at the class level, you see those are instance variable, correct? You might read this, and this is true. I'm not saying, but when as well you are creating an instance inside a method, that variable is also called instance variable, right? Whenever we are creating an object, that object variable obj is also instance variable. For instance, it's locating to a particular instance, right, to a particular memory instance. So it's an instance variable, and it's non-static too, but it's inside a method. Getting my point, Pravanna?
Amitabh, if we declare non-static variables at class level and also local, like inside method, those are instance variables only, right? If we create object for those, in
Yes,
static.
that's what I'm saying. That instance variable can be both local and global both. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay. And one more thing to discuss, which I said that there would be a practice. So I want everyone, like, this is the 21, the number. Vishnu Priya, can you confirm? This 21 would be the all, or there might be more people which are we are missing from here.
It's between 20 to 23. This is the right number.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want everyone to choose a topic and take a session on it. Everyone would be given like 15 to 20 minutes. It might take, as I said, it might take 2 days for everyone, or even 3 days to practice it out. Or maybe we can extend the sessions for 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour for 2 days. But I want everyone to choose a topic. It can start from the data types, it can start from the typecasting, if condition, for loop, switch, uh, inheritance, like this type of big topics. It would be like in the smaller chunks, like multiple inheritance, interface, then single level, multi-level inheritance is a single topic, like that. So I want everyone to take up a topic, and the topic I'll assign. Don't worry, it's not like you have to choose and you have to come back to me. Then everyone will choose something which is they're comfortable with. So I'll assign the topic by tomorrow maybe. Okay, and we'll do this on Thursday and Saturday maybe, or maybe mostly on Saturday. Okay, that's the plan. So I
Saturday
want
Amitabh,
we have
Saturday we
also
are
time
sorry
for
to
the
interrupt, Amitabh.
one sir.
Saturday we are having an assessment, Amitabh. All
I'll
the
talk with
loops
Pina.
concepts. We
Okay.
are having an assessment. Okay, okay, Amitabh.
Yeah, I'll check with Pina. No issues. So I
Okay.
want everyone to take, like, you will be given only 10 minutes. It's not like you have to go very depth. You have to showcase like with your Eclipse, do the coding and all. You can just open your notepad. You can just show how it happens, or maybe paint like me if you are comfortable with. Just take a session, describe how you like, if you would have, like, if as a layman, what you have understood. Okay, that's my point.
Okay,
It
Amitabh.
will.
Sure, we can. No, okay, Amitabh, we can do it.
Okay, and yeah, that's all I had in my mind. And you guys have a assessment, huh? Okay, I'll check with Pina on this. Cool. So we have covered few keywords also. Take care of them. Okay, don't forget the keywords. And we'll start with the now. What is the topic? Collection, right? Collection. So we'll start with the collection now. Then we have
Amitabh,
the
we didn't discuss about upcasting and down. Though we did the concept, but this
yes, we did the
terminology was
concept. Yes, we
yeah.
haven't. Okay. 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 Thank you for that.
Exceptions also.
Well, sorry.
Exceptions and
Exceptions.
Exception.
That will be
Exception is
after
at the
collection.
last. At the last, yeah. After collection, we'll come to exception.
Okay, Amitabh.
So exception not now, but at the last. Yeah, upcasting and downcasting. Correct. We'll discuss this maybe next day. So maybe I'll give the topics, try to give the topics today only. If not, by tomorrow you will know your topics. So we'll discuss on Saturday. Okay. If it's not getting completed by Saturday, then we'll see, we'll assigning again Monday or something. Okay. Don't worry, but we'll have this discussion. It may take 2 days, but I want everyone from the start till now, whatever the topics we have covered, even the variables like JTK, GRE, JVM, this would be a part. Then the variables, then the data types and casting. This type of every topic would be there. Okay. So it may come randomly to any one of you. So you would be given 10 minutes only, 10 or 12 minutes, hardly plus minus 2 minutes, I'm saying. So you have to just say what you have understood, how it works, and like you have to teach your people. That's the thing. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
Okay,
Amitabh.
Amitabh.
Okay, Amitabh.
Cool. And please keep your mics ready. Don't tell me that day that I'll be typing everything on my screen. So keep your mics ready. Cool. Thank you. Practice the encapsulation. It's like I'm not saying it, as I said, right? It will not be that much very vital for your day-to-day activity. I can totally say, but even there would not be you will not be getting much questions from interview. You might get what is encapsulation, how it works, how you have done it. So you just have to say what I have done till now. That would be enough for the interviewer to be like impressed and have stars in his eyes. So that would be all. But know the concept because it's one of the pillars, and the more you go in depth while you'd be like handling 3 or 4 types of execution in a single framework, you might need this type of things.
Okay, Amitabh, if it is an interview with QO box, how deep would they go in the questions?
It depends on the interviewer, right?
But they're aware that we are just freshers. No?
No one is aware of anything. Everyone is
This is
aware you guys are having sessions. That's it.
this is seriously difficult to assess.
No one is aware of anything that you guys are freshers or what.
Is
Pravanya
it?
and Lakshmi,
Yeah,
Pravanya and
that.
Lakshmi can give you the best view,
Oh,
right,
maybe.
Pravanya?
Yeah, Amita.
How was the interview?
Myself, you have taken the interview.
Sorry, what is that, Lakshmi?
Amita will explain you.
No,
It
what
has
I
taken
expected
45
is
minutes for me to
because
take the
QO
interview.
box is aware.
Yeah, I
QO
know.
box is
Actually,
aware that
Shravani,
this
it's depend on
session.
like interviewer, like
See, if
Okay.
if 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 your luck is bad, you will have some interviewer like me
Amitabh.
or Paulamita or someone. There are people
What,
who would
Amita?
who would just you know digging up. The
We
better answer
know
you the
Amitabh will
better
take an only one hour. You can think when the interviewer is Amitabh, then the interview
Oh
will
my.
be exactly up to 1 hour.
but
No, I'm
the
aware.
the
We
best
should
thing
talk
the
much
best thing
conscious
is
when talking to
I
Amitabh.
I am
the
lucky
best
to have Amitabh as an interview. If we don't know about the topic, Amitabh will explain you there only.
Okay, this is
the
fine.
best
Yeah.
the best thing is that I can't take your
That is good.
interview. Okay, I'm
No,
already eliminated
Amitabh,
because
as
I'm
you
taking the
said,
session.
we will be conscious about speaking the words which we don't know. So that is what
Yes,
I learned from you.
that's
So,
please be cautious because if you give
yeah,
a good answer and I see some good term there, not only me, there would be interviewers in Kiobox or anywhere in any company, any
yeah,
in this industry. If we see that okay boss, this particular guy or girl is giving good answers with good terminologies, we'll be chasing those terminologies out from your mind. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
like in my interview, Chris started with the memory only. He asked me maybe 15 questions, I could answer only 3 questions. Okay,
Oh
all
my God.
12 I couldn't answer.
Oh,
That's
And then he opened the whiteboard and started teaching me there only.
okay.
While biting the nails itself, I was getting taught. Okay, so mm,
Because
co-
I already
only
did a mistake by speaking about try catch once in the session, and I got the lesson from it. That is fine.
you should not
who
use.
gave
Yes.
you the lesson? Who was there?
I mean, it was you only, Amitabh. I said else part will handle the error, but I said I'm not talking about a try and catch once in the session. Then you said what is try and catch. Then I realized okay, I should not speak what is not aware. Yeah,
The thing is, I said there are few interviewers who will go very depth and who would
yeah,
be like digging up. So it's not about who is taking in the interview. The more cautious you should be about how you are presenting to it. Okay.
yeah.
So right now, if I ask you something that see answering something, okay, this is something which I wanted to talk about. Also, the interview, maybe later parts I would have talked, but there are two
no,
things. One is
now only you should talk about this one also because in future it will help us.
the first thing is that you should not give away your words which may cause problem to you. That is first thing which I have told you, right? If you are
Yep.
not sure about any terminology, you may not know that much depth. Don't give that word away to you from that person. Convert it to some simple English and say that word. Okay. But there is also a like technique to get the interviewer in your court. Okay, I do that. For me, if you ask me that uh, what is multiple inheritance. I'll just tell you multiple inheritance means multiple parents. I would not even utter a single word that it is not possible by Java because there is diamond problem, because there is ambiguity. I'll not say a single word
Yeah.
because I
Okay.
want you to ask me that question, because I am very much comfortable. Like my best interested topic is inheritance and polymorphism. Pravande and Lakshmi, they may know, but if you come in interview with me, I'll kill you with these two topics only: inheritance and polymorphism. So inheritance and polymorphism, I want any interviewer, whoever is taking my interview, I want them to come into my court like, boss, I am very much comfortable that even I'll not let it know with my words or with my eyes or face that I'm comfortable. They will think, okay, he may not know, he will ask me questions that why you said it is not even when he will say that why multiple inheritance is not possible, even I'll not say diamond problem. Even I'll say that, boss, there will be, might be ambiguity for the child class if there is multiple parents. Then he will ask me again, do you know any name for this? Then I'll say, okay, it was called diamond problem. Then he will say, then what is the solution of it? You are seeing, like, I could have given the answer in the first, right? But I
Yeah.
am taking my own time so that I can pull the interviewer in my questions. And what happens to it, see, interviewer doesn't have a lot of time, okay? No one have a lot of time. So if after a certain time, if he asked you around 20 or 30 questions from Java, okay, and on an average he would be satisfied, okay? He may not have got the chance to even other topics of Java, but because he has asked 20 or 30 questions, he would be like, okay, I have asked too many questions from Java, that's all. And maybe the major part you could have let it happen in your own court. Getting my point, right?
Yeah.
So some,
Amitabh, please train us in this area, Amitabh. Actually, we are very weak at that areas.
Yeah, we can have
Yeah.
mock interviews if time
And
permits.
Amitabh,
Yes,
if
sir.
they if they ask a question, means if we give one word answers like that, also it will give negative impact, right? How
yes. So
uh,
even if you give, it depends on the interviewer, right? That's what I'm talking about. If you know that your interviewer is more talkative like me, I am very much talkative person, so you can put them on a pause. And like, if you give me the answer, boss, multiple inheritance is not possible by Java, for sure an interviewer like me who is interested in inheritance and who loves to talk will come back to you why it's not possible, okay? There would be some interviewers who are like, boss, I'll be asking you one question, you have to give all the data. Too serious, I'm always like angry or maybe something in mode. So it's better that you give him some type of data, but still not full. Always pull the
okay,
interfere in your code. That is always the. But don't give one word answer. What is variable? Container. No, not like that. Okay. Variable is something which contains the data, so it's more of a container in Java. You can say like that. That is okay. Variable have their values changeable because the name suggests also the same. It may vary. That's why the variable. That's okay, but don't also say the extra thing that variables are three types in Java. There are three types of variables, and local variable, instance variable, static variable. Don't say this type of things. Let him ask either, okay? So that's what I was trying to say. Three things you have to keep mind. So as Pravanna said, one word answers are totally restricted, okay? That's no way a good sign. It's more than of that your knowledge, it showcases that you are arrogant, okay? So it's a big no-no. Second thing is, don't give away any words which may cause problem to you back. I gave away one word and Chris destroyed me in my interview. So don't give away that type of words. And third thing is, pull the interviewer in your comfortable court. Always. The more the topics you will go deeper, this type of topics you have a good knowledge, right? Inheritance is actually a topic you can't ever learn on a high level. You have to go in depth. So this type of topics where you have a depth, pull the interviewer in your court. Okay, that's the plan always for any interview. And any interview, even if you can't answer, so I would always suggest, put up a smile, put up a good comfortable talk. Even if the interviewer is angry, interviewer is not smiling, you smile and say, okay, just maybe I just forgot about it, I'm sorry, like I could have reminded you a few days back. You can say this type of things. This type of things means, even if you are saying lies maybe, but it means that you are interactive, and people want interactive people in their company, okay? So that they can talk with them, they can assign the work, and they can understand. And when at the last of the any interview, people will ask, do you have any questions for me? Okay, people do what, even I have seen when I've taken interview, I have, what are the questions you have for me, any question for me?
You must
He has
shut up.
asked me all the questions in reverse to me. Don't do that, okay? I'm not gonna give the interview to you. So choose any one question which you really want the interviewer to answer. You can ask, okay, actually I was not clear about the question, so if you give me the answer, maybe I'll explore a little bit more. See, the presentation matters, okay? Can you give me the answer for that question? This is one presentation, and the other presentation is, can you please give me the answer for that question? If you give me a little bit hint, then I can explore myself. Getting my point, right? So the first question is something like, give me your answer, I want to hear the answer, what you would have said, boss, that you didn't like me. And the second pattern is something that, can you please tell me the answer, so that I can self explore. It also adding up your, skill set in his own remark sheet, that this person wants to do self exploration. So this type of things matters, okay? Your attitude, your positivity, your this type of things matters. The more you give mock interviews, the more you will learn, okay? And
I mean, do you conduct mock interviews as well,
the
No? Oh.
no, Tina and Saujana will kill me, okay?
You people are hiring and giving mock interviews with you. Does it make sense?
So
Okay.
Saujana will say, what will
Actually,
do?
Shani, this thing we have to check with Saujanya and Pina.
Yeah.
Uh, Either they
Right.
have to
Uh,
conduct their mock interviews or not.
Yeah.
I don't think they will do. Okay. Till now, I haven't seen any batch. Usually, I don't do this type. Like from the start, I don't do Java and all. I think Pravan and Lakshmi, they will know. I only do the UI automation part and frameworks and all. I don't teach Java. This will be the first batch where I'm teaching Java.
But
So
you're taking very good sessions, Amitav. Actually, I've given a review also. I mean, the way you discuss in the interview perspective, that is seriously, very helpful actually.
Yeah,
And the
Amitabh.
tricky questions, that is helping us a lot actually.
Yes, Amitav.
see,
Yeah.
you want to know the Pravan, you don't say. And you want to get the questions, just go to Google, search 300 questions from Java. Any number you put, okay, 500,000, 2,000, any number, Google will always give you answer. And Java T point has a particular section where there are questions and answers only. Okay. Even
Okay.
I would have told you guys only few days after, maybe when the collection exception was done, that go to Google, search 300 questions of Java for interview. Okay. 300 interview questions from Java. There is a Java T point link will open. Okay.
Okay.
Go
Hmm.
through one by one question. First see the question, try to answer yourself, then see the answer of them, compare it, and see where you are standing or learn it. That's it, basically.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, Amitabh.
good,
This is
Amitabh. You can try it,
something which
Amitabh.
we don't know. We'll do that. Yeah.
Uh,
Yes, yes.
and I don't think there would be a single question out of those 300. There might be if people want to go depth, but those are the like leveled question which any
Oh,
interview for sure will have. Okay.
okay. Okay. Mm.
But if I want to go deeper, I can create my questions and I can make you suffer. But that would be different thing. That would be on your base and knowledge what you have learned in the sessions. But those 300 questions would be a different case.
Okay.
Cool.
But
Okay.
usually, whatever the topics discussed or the depth we discussed, that should be enough, no, Amitabh? Or should we deep dive more?
See, uh, what can I say? I don't think for KioWorks interview, KioWorks perspective, I'm saying, okay. Or
Yeah.
any fresher interview, any company, any industry will not go any deeper than this.
Oh, cool.
Even
Okay.
after the interview, you might feel that I have learned a lot. They were not asking much. There is a chance.
Okay.
Oh,
Any fresher
uh,
interview, but KioWorks is not actually looking for that type of experience. That's the point. Okay. So
Yeah.
KioWorks
okay.
may give these interviews to different set of people who would be treating you as a fresher, who might treat you like, okay, boss, you were trained for few months by Amita, by Chris, by X, by Y, by Z. So I am expecting some answers from you. They might ask you good questions, but still, what you learned, that's like hugely that's it only. I don't think you have to go any deep from now, and any deeper theoretically there is no meaning as a QA engineer. Okay, if you have been Java
Okay,
developer and
okay.
all, you could have gone deeper, but as a QA engineer, any deeper as theoretical concept, there is no need. While you are doing practical and all, you will be going deeper by default. today you have learned abstraction or something. When you would be implementing that in a Eclipse, you will automatically know something else. Okay, automatically you will know how to call the, or how the automatically methods are coming, how you are getting the values. These things you will learn with the experience only.
Okay.
That's a different thing. But theoretically, I don't feel you need to go deeper. Okay, don't worry about those.
Okay, okay.
Thanks,
And your
Amitabh.
interviews are like
Thank you,
far
Amitabh.
off.
Your words gives us a, I mean, much confidence, Amitabh. Thank you.
When I'll be taking the interview, my words would be giving you the gratefulness.
Amitabh, you are very picky,
Amitabh, you are
Amitabh.
about to say
Correct,
something
Amita.
that the interviews might be.
But I am eliminated from the bench, so that's a bad
Maybe you
luck or
will.
that's a good luck.
Okay.
No, we learned
Amitabh,
some tricks from
actually, I
you.
have
No,
a doubt.
I
Can
plan
I?
to play the same with you, Amitabh. If you are if you are in the panel,
What if I'm in the panel?
you made us learn some tricks in the interview how to do that.
Oh,
I plan to play the same with you if you are in the panel, but you said you are not
I'll
in.
not.
Eh,
I'll not be because uh, I'll not be obviously because
No,
I
now
am
we
already
know,
in.
na.
Actually,
Now we
yeah.
know how you think.
Amitabh knows that, I mean, he will be not there in the interview. That's why he told all that, I mean, suggestions to
No,
us. Like,
when we know the interviewer better, we can perform better. That is where I'm comfortable with Amitabh. So
Ha, ba 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 ba. Well done. Cool. Thank you
yeah,
guys.
thank you, Amitabh.
thanks,
Thank you,
Amitabh.
Amitabh.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Amitabh.
Amitabh.
Amitabh,
Thank you.
just a moment,
Yeah.
please.
Yes. Yes.
When I'm trying to do this